What are some of the common problems faced by Black entrepreneurs? Often you find that Black entrepreneurs or Black business people often face a lot of challenges, some based on the mistakes they make as they start or as they run their business. So I'm going to list a few challenges and situations which we often face. This is not to say other races do not face this, but this is just to make you aware of, based on personal experiences, what challenges often face. So number one, being taken advantage of by the people closest to you. This could be friends, this could be family, this could be colleagues. There's often a situation where people wanna undermine your work, undermine your time, because they're close to you. They can easily interrupt you, come to your office at any time, expect you to drop whatever you're doing for them. This is a mistake that a lot of Black entrepreneurs make, and the challenge that they face. So you need to be able to put, the rules. You need to be able to put boundaries, that people need to observe and respect as you run your business. Number two, often people expect a discount. So this one is quite common. People expect you to work for less than what you are worth or what the product is worth. People expect you to sell your product at a lesser value or at a lesser amount. My advice is don't compromise your price or the amount of money you charge for a product or service just because somebody says you are a fellow brother or you are a fellow Black entrepreneur. You need to make sure that whoever you sell to, they understand clearly that the price, unless you want to give a discount, the price that is marked is the going price, because remember, you need to make a profit in your business. So if you are going to give everybody a discount, what are you going to be left with? And also expect people to pay on time. Do not compromise when you tell somebody, I'm giving you this product. Let's say you're gonna need to pay for it in 3 months, and the person comes to you with excuses after 3 months. If you agree on the contractual terms, you need to stick to them, and if they are not met, there has to be penalties. The third item is a simple item, point: disrespect. I see a lot of disrespect amongst Black entrepreneurs, even amongst ourselves when we do business. There's a lot of disrespect of space, of time. Somebody's expecting you to pick up a call in the middle of the night, and they expect you to stop whatever you're doing or to wake up from your sleep and attend to them. Again, unless there's a contractual agreement, a service level agreement that requires you to do that, I urge you to put boundaries. Once the working hours have lapsed, let's say your working hours are up until 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., you need to make sure whatever is business related, you need to make people aware that, guys, we open the next day or we open tomorrow. This is to avoid yourself getting burnt out and creating an expectation from people that you are available anytime, to attend to their business needs. Number four, being guilt-tripped for sticking to your values. So, in business, sometimes as you grow, you develop a way of work, you learn skills that sometimes may make you sound cocky or sound arrogant or proud. But that's how you actually need to be in order to succeed. You need to be firm with your time, firm with your delivery, and firm with the expectations you have from people. So often people will think that when you do that, they'll guilt trip you to make you feel bad. Look, if you have established values in your business, those values, you need to stick to them. They are not just there to be on paper. You need to enforce them as well as an entrepreneur. Number five, somebody can tell you that your company is too small or you don't have the necessary experience that I'm looking for. So somebody can actually undermine your work prior to you doing any work for them. You show them your portfolio, you show them the previous work you've done, but in our Black community, there's a tendency to undermine each other's work. So my advice to you as an entrepreneur is you need to first appreciate your own work before you expect anybody else to appreciate it. If you believe in your work, you put in the effort you need to do, then you just have to find the right clients that will actually buy. The last point I will list is that often as Black entrepreneurs, we are expected or we are asked to hire people that are either not qualified enough, or that don't have the relevant experience, or even just you're asked to hire a relative or a friend's friend or a cousin's cousin, and in the process now you end up hiring somebody who doesn't know how to do the work, or somebody that will take a long time to learn and master what they need in order to function fully. So this is a big challenge that a lot of Black entrepreneurs face, because now you're facing a situation where you have to pay someone end of the month, but they haven't delivered much. But because of the relationship you have with that person that referred them, or that person that is asking you to work for them, you are unable to get rid of them. So in this case, you need to really make it clear that your business is not a charity, politely. Run your business as a business. Do not run it as a hobby. Do not run it as something that you can accept if you don't make it or not. You need to be in it 100%, or you don't do it. So as a business owner, I'll just give you a couple of points of what you need to do. Number one, you need to define your way of work. What's your operating model as an entrepreneur, as a business person? How do you actually operate your business? Clearly define it to clients and make them know that, for example, one, all payments for invoices, let's say under 5,000, these must be paid cash on delivery. Or for example, for invoices above 30,000, we allow payment after 30 days. But for invoices that are less than, let's say 10,000, payment must be made within 7 days. So have an operating model that people know upfront before they do work with you. I'm in the technology industry, and sometimes we develop software, we develop mobile apps, websites, and you find that you will, if you don't set up a contract or set up a structure upfront or an operating model upfront, you have clients shifting the goalposts. They will start asking for things that you never agreed from the beginning. For example, if you're developing a software, they will now ask you, can you add this, can you add this, and you add this, but they expect it all for the same amount that you charged and for the same bucket of hours that you've already quoted them for. So you need to make it clear upfront that, guys, this is how we work as a business, and we're not deviating from this. Secondly, prepare contracts. I urge you again and again and again, make sure you have a contract. Even if it's a one-pager, have a contract that defines the terms of the project or the terms of the work that you need to do, particularly for the service industry. Whatever work you are delivering, people need to know this is what is in black and white. These are the boundaries of the work that we're expecting, or of the deal that we're entering into. So if it's a joint venture, make sure the other party knows what's expected of them. Make sure they know how much they are going to make. Make sure they know their responsibilities. Let there be no ambiguity. Let there be no gray area. Make sure you have contracts signed up front, not after you've started the work. And lastly, put in systems and never compromise on these. Now, as an example, one system you need to put in place is that in this company, we do not loan or lend money to friends and family out of the business finances. So if somebody comes and say, oh, my cousin is stranded, this is happening, it needs to be clear upfront that in this company, the money for the business sticks to the business. Whatever profit we make, we invest it in the business, or we buy equipment. You need to define this upfront. As an example, if you run, let's say, a storage business, or you are a mechanic, you can put a policy such as, cars that have stayed more than 30 days, for example, we will hold them until the customer pays. Come up with something. I'm just giving you as an example. Come up with the systems that people know and that they will have to abide by if they want to do business with you. And also, if you are handling sensitive information or people's personal information, you need to make sure there's non-disclosure agreements that are signed. You need to make sure you are adhered to the laws of the country in terms of information retention, in terms of copy protection of private information. You need to make sure all of that is clear upfront, and customers know what they are getting into, or your business partners know what they are getting into. And by all means, you need to have as a fourth point, you need to have a proper record keeping. How many black entrepreneurs spend more than what their business is bringing in, as an example? Do you know how much you brought in last year? Do you know how much you brought in last month? Do you know how much you took out last month? Sometimes you find that you get so excited when the payments are coming in, the invoices are getting paid, but you're not keeping track of the money that is going out. Your cash flow needs to stay, you need to stay cash flow positive, as an example. You need to know a little bit of accounting around your business. Yes, you can have an accountant, but as a business owner, you need to monitor what is happening on your balance sheet. So ensure you have proper files for transactions taking place, for contracts, non-disclosure agreements, employee contracts, all of that, end, depending on your business. You must also have a well-structured financial, legal, and admin system. So what do I mean by that? Make sure you legally, you have a system that aligns to the legal system of the country. That means you are paying obviously your taxes, you are paying your pay as you earn. All the requirements that you need as a business to function legally, you need to make sure that these are in place. Fine, you might be starting and you don't have all the resources to hire a PA, to hire an accountant. Ensure at least you've got the records. Ensure at least the basics are there. Your company must be registered. If you're in an industry like construction industry, which requires you to meet additional requirements in terms of safety, in terms of the grading, make sure you're working towards attaining each and every one of those requirements. That way people can trust you when they do business with you, and you can attract bigger clients and bigger contracts. So that's just a summary. This is not all that is faced by us as black entrepreneurs, but I just wanted to highlight, especially to those that are really working hard, but they often find that the things are not working the way they expect. Maybe you can learn one or two things from what I've shared. Make sure you run your business as a business. We're in business to make money. We're not in business to be a charity case or a donation. We need to make money, so we create jobs so that we empower and uplift our communities. Thanks, guys.